morning, my lovely students. I hope you all are fine. You must be utilizing your time effectively. In today's session, let's start with our chapter, The Midnight Visitor by Robert Arthur. Robert Arthur Jr. was born on 10th November 1909. He was a very famous writer whose stories are related to mystery. He was honored twice by the Mystery Writers of America with an Edgar Award for the best radio drama, The Mysterious Traveler. This story, The Midnight Visitor, is also related to mystery. Let me ask you a question here. Just imagine a secret agent. What kind of picture is formed in your mind? What qualities you came across in your mind? Must be sharp, smart, active, physically fit. But if I tell you that the author, Robert Arthur, has given a completely different picture to his character Oswald, then so let's start with the chapter. This story is about a detective. You must be knowing who the detective is. Right, a person who tries to find the truth secretly. So, in this story, Detective Oswald defies the stereotype as we know from novels and movies. Oswald is a fat man with short height and thick accent. A young writer, Fowler, goes to meet him to get some inspiration for his next venture. But as Oswald says, the young writer must be highly disappointed to see an unamusing person as a detective. However, when they reach Oswald's room, intruder Max is already present in the room. Oswald uses his quick wit and makes a story of non-existent balcony and policeman. The fear of police makes the intruder jump out of the window only to crash at the ground. This story is about a witty secret agent named Oswald. He was with a writer named Fowler throughout the evening, as Fowler was interested in spending time with a secret agent. But when he spends time with Oswald, he realizes that he is exactly the opposite of what he had imagined, and that he was a bore. Oswald then told Fowler that he had been thinking wrong and that soon he would be looking at a report that would change the country's future. Then Oswald takes Fowler to his room, and when they enter the room, a guy with a gun named Max was standing in the room. Max was very thin, and his facial expressions were just like that of a fox. Do you know about a fox? Yes, fox is a very thin and clever animal. So was Max. That is why the author has compared Max to a fox. Max asked them to be comfortable until the reports about the missiles arrived in 30 minutes, as he was there to steal the reports. This was the first adventure out of many that Fowler had expected when he had thought of meeting a secret agent. While they were talking, Oswald started with a story about how a guy had entered from the balcony last month below his room. While this talk was going on, a sudden knock was heard at the door. Oswald said that it must be the police, as he wanted them to check on him after some time because he wanted to make the reports that were coming in extra secure. Max, pointing his gun towards them, said that he would be waiting in the balcony and that Oswald should send away the police, otherwise, he would shoot them and even take the risk of being caught by the police. As the doorknob is turned, Max jumps out of the window and a loud scream is heard. As the doorknob is turned, Max jumps out of the window and a loud scream is heard. The door opens and a waiter comes in and says that he has brought the wine that Mr. Oswald had ordered. He keeps the bottle, tray, and glasses on the table and leaves. Fowler is surprised and asked him about the police, to which Oswald replied that there was no police. Then Fowler asked what about the person who was waiting in the balcony outside the window, to which Oswald replied that the person would not return and there was no balcony there. This shows the quick wit of Oswald, as he took advantage of the situation and made Max nervous, due to which he jumped out of the window without thinking and looking down. He had jumped from the top floor of the hotel and would have possibly died. This is how Oswald outwitted Max and saved himself from a very dangerous situation. I hope you must have understood the chapter. See how Oswald has shown his skills. Physical appearance does not matter. It is the intelligence that counts. He had not planned earlier in the beginning. He just cooked up the story regarding the balcony and forced him to jump out of the window. So, review your actions before you take a final step. Goodbye and have a nice time.